The Community Chest Cup is our feature race at Happy Valley on a Wednesday night. 1,000-metre dash here. It's a Class 3 contest. There's a lot of speed. E-Super drops in class. Good record on this grade. A 4-time winner here. Keep Moving. 2 from 4 course and distance last season. Turf Sprints, the benefit of a run under his belt behind Go-Co at Sha Tin. My Beginner's Luck, first up since February. Most Beautiful goes up in class for a course and distance win just last week. His maiden victory as well. And General Iron, Grant van Neerkerk from Barrier 10. 114, maybe some overweight. Keep an eye on that. As far as Chung Fry is concerned, well, Turf Sprint and Most Beautiful have been up and come back and run well. And our hero also, when he's having his first start from February, so he's had a nice break. Now, we've made our way to the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map here, Brett, because there's a fair bit of it with Keep Moving and Prince Harmony. Keep Moving's got a fantastic record fresh up as well. He's a 2-time winner.
Yep. And Victor Wong will be taking his first ride on the horse, and he'll be trying to burrow through with that £10 allowance, I would have thought, and try and maintain the spot on the rail. Prince Harmony is likely to test him, so those two could go lickety-split together. Turf Sprint, Zach Burton will be utilising the inside draw, trying to get onto the back of the pace, at least hold that spot. I think he'd probably want to try and be in front of My Beginner's Luck, who is a chance of wanting to get that spot. So that could end up with Turf Sprint back here. G1 Lovers won a recent trial, but he's better noted for his efforts over 1,200. Super Wise comes back in trip, and he might get the run of the race. Where does E-Super end up? I get the feeling he potentially could be sort of rolling here too. So hence the good to fast tempo expected. Most Beautiful, we assume he'd be back here because that's where he was last start. But he did, of course, come from last to first.
It'll be interesting to see you can back that up as well. What clues have you got for us, Paul, from Trackwork?
Well, I'm going to show Turf Sprint first up. He hasn't got a really good second up record at all, but you can see he went really well on his seasonal debut. I thought he was entitled to win the race, but his track work's OK. He plays up a lot, so don't be too upset about that. Super Wise, another one that's had a run. So he's come here. He's only had the one start at Happy Valley, but you can see he's going nice enough, but he generally does. So another one that's taken no harm from his debut run this season as well. And Cheer Win, he's super keen here this morning. Now, with this real strong pace, he did show he was up to Class 3. I think he might get the race run to suit. So even though he's really pulling there, I think he won't have to worry about that on race day.
All right, OK, that is Cheer Win. Let's start off, though, with our key races we did with the track there, with Turf Sprints. So this was on the opening day. Travelled very strongly, but it was Go-Co down the outside. It was too good here.
It was. He trialled really powerfully going into this effort, Turf Sprint. And obviously coming to the Valley, 1,000 metres. It's a course and distance he's only ever tried on one occasion in the past and failed to finish in the first 4. But it's fairly evident Chris So's got him going well. Yeah,
I just thought he was entitled to go on and win that race when he loomed up, because he was going really easy with about 150 to go, and he sort of just battled the last. But look, he's going to get a really good run from Barrier 1. I've still found a place for him, but not on a win line.
All right, OK. Most Beautiful was a winner last week, down to the 1,000 metres. I'm not sure, I was probably alone thinking he might have needed further than this, but he didn't, and he flashed home for a big win.
This was an enormous run. You don't see them do this too often. You look down at the time and see he ran 58.1. You want to compare him to some other 1,000-metre races in Class 3, you know, like Keep Moving ran 57.2. But the track was riding slow on the opening night. Enormous run. I know he's been a maiden a long time going into that, but I've seen it time and time again. They take 25, 26 starts to win one, and then they come out and win 2. So I'm suggesting he might be a chance of backing that up.
Yeah, I've got him in the numbers once again, because it was, as you say, it was too good a run. But whether he can replicate it, we'll find out. The race should be run to suit, though, again.
Well, yeah, obviously the negative is that the horses in front will be finding the line a little stronger than the Class 4s.
Yeah, so he is up in class on the back of that. Keep Moving. Good season last season. I wasn't blown away by the trial, though.
No, me either, actually, Andrew. I left him completely out, and I'm a big fan of the horse. I was quite disappointed with this trial. I don't think he's going as well as he was last season. He's a 4-time winner from 9 starts, but he was really pushed out on this, so I'm happy to leave him alone.
He's had a long time off for various reasons and had one run at the back end of last season. Prior to that, he hadn't had a run since December 2017. So he's had issues. He'll be there for a while, but I agree. I think he'll get overhauled.
All right, so G1 Lover, if trial form is to be taken non-trust, has Go Public, a winner on the weekend, and Super Hoppy, a winner last weekend behind him.
Yeah, this is a very strong form line. If you want to even go one step further, Andrew, back in the field, hard-ridden, second last, a horse called Universal Go-Go, who won as well. So there's 3 winners to come out of this trial.
And that's Super Form, who's going to win earlier in the night, just coming home in fourth.
Yes, that's right. It reads well. So you have to sort of look at that trial and say, well, G1 Lover might be a chance. He's coming back from a tendon, and a 1200's generally better for him.
Yeah, that's what I think. A 7 might be a little bit awkward for him.
All right, our hero's been up at Chung Fa.
Yeah, he's had a left-right medial bone lesion issue back in April. Had a fair bit of time away from the races. This was a reasonable trial. He looked to travel quite strongly to the wire, drawn low. Be interested to see what he does. Market suggests he's not the despised outsider, only an $8 chance at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's a horse that may be looking for something a bit further coming up.
That was Elaine Charisma as well in the red jacket,
Yes,
finishing third in that trial. He looked showing a bit of dash as well. Holiday might have done him some good. Anyway, we'll stick with this race for now.
He needed something.
Turf Sprint's favourite, Paul. He's a favourite of yours as well.
He is, but I've only got him in there for second. Another one of our favourite, or a horse I've had a lot of time for, is E-Super. He can carry these big weights. He's well rated at the moment. He's run second off 85. He's only rated 80 at the moment and has one off 78. So he's a real tough horse, and I think he goes well fresh. He won fresh up last season. I think he can go win fresh up this season as well at a good price. So he's on top to beat Turf Sprint. Chair Win will get the race run to suit as or Most Beautiful. So I see those 2 running on from the back. But I went 1, 3, 10 and 8. But I won, and he's double figures at the moment for a win.
It's a good, strong race. I'm going to go with Most Beautiful. I just thought that was an outstanding effort. Whether he can back it up in a higher grade, we'll have to wait and see. But as I mentioned before, they often take a long time to win, and then they can back it up. He'll get the pace here. Let's see if he can do it again. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to suggest Superwise might be the value runner in the race. 2 runs at 1,000, both down the straight at Sha Tin, second both times, coming back to the 1,000 at Happy Valley. I think might be a real positive for him. It's the first time he's been there over this course and distance. We saw that bit of track work. He'll be a big value runner for me in the race. Then Turf Sprint and keep moving, 8, 7, 3. And 2, but maybe a little eachy way on the 7 as well as that QP.
Yeah, I got Superwise in for sure. I've got G1 Lover as well on the back of that trial, but Turf Sprint for me in the feature race number 6.